Hi everyone, I'm Nadine. Welcome back to my channel for my art. Okay, so you guys, what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna make a tumbler. I'm gonna use my new cup turner that I got. I really like this one actually. It has a lot of good features and I will show you in a minute. Let me take this off first. Okay, so I received this as a gift and I really like this. This is really good for doing tumblers. I haven't really tried it out for doing vases yet, but I mean, I feel like you could probably make it work for a vase. You just might need to find the right insert, and they don't really make like inserts for vases on their website. So that's why I just say it's probably better for tumblers. Okay. So this is a MH Tumblers. That's the name of the place you would get it from. They have a website. Just type it in and it should come up. At least it did for me. Okay, so this tumbler is really cool actually. So basically, you can get these built with as many arms as you wanted. So if you wanted, like, say you make a lot of tumblers and you wanted like 4 arms or something, you could get them to build you one like that. So that's really cool. I mean, it might be a little pricey, but it might be worth it, you know? Other cool feature I like is, like, you can angle it. It can go up or it can go down. I mean, if you had a certain project you needed that for, that's cool. I'm not really sure, like, what I would use that for necessarily, but I like having the option, you know, that's cool. So another thing is this is like a magnetic arm, so it easily goes on and off. So let me show you. I'm not gonna put this on fully, but say you have your project and you need to just like take it off, you know, it easily comes off without your project like flying off. Okay, that's really cool. And then they make all different sizes of these. This is the 20-ounce cold drink tumbler, but they have like so many. So like no matter what kind of tumbler you have, I'm sure they have the right insert for it. Like they have a ton. Okay. Yeah, I really like this one, and the cord is pretty long, so it's not like a really short cord. I put some press and seal over the bottom here because I don't want to get paint all over it. I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm trying. Okay. So yeah, I really like this. I haven't actually like made a tumbler with it yet. I mean, I've like, you know, messed around with how to work it and stuff, but yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, you guys, so like I'm not a pro at making these yet, but I want to watch somebody that is awesome with making tumblers. I highly recommend you watch Mixed Media Girl. This is where like I even learned about this tumbler from and who I got inspiration to even make a tumbler from in the first place. And honestly, she's who like got me into acrylic pouring, honestly, because I saw a video of hers and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then it just blossomed from there. So yeah. So for these paints, you want them to be like a little bit thicker, not like really thick, but anything on like tumblers or glassware, anything like that, you want it to be a little bit thicker because otherwise it'll just be a really thin layer and you can almost see through it. I mean, if that's the look you're going for, that's fine, but that's just not the look I care for. I like it to be like fully covered. Okay. For these paints, I mixed them usually about 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. I don't measure, you guys. That's a rough estimate, so I'm sorry. That's not right. My pouring medium that I'm using for these paints, I did something a little bit different. I've been experimenting with my pouring medium. I generally use 75% Floetrol to 25% GAC 800. And then I put in a little bit of water and GAC 800 mixture to thin it further if I need to. The problem I've been having is I can only put a real little bit of the GAC 800 in with some paints depending on their consistency. And then I have to use the paint basically to thicken my mixture. The problem with this is that using more color to thicken up your paint. So in turn, you're gonna change your color. And I might not be going for that. I might just want it the shade it is. And this is especially true if you're using golden paints. They are very, very highly pigmented. So if you go and add more color, you're gonna change your color. So that's the problem I've been running into. I was trying to figure out a way to like have my pouring medium be thicker and thicken my mix without having to use the paint to thicken it, okay? So I thought about using glue, but I'm just not a fan of glue. That's just me. You know, it's fine if you use it. It's just not what I like. So now I wouldn't recommend getting this specific kind, but I started using the Gloss Super Heavy Gel. I wouldn't recommend getting this super heavy kind. I only bought this kind because it was on clearance, okay? It's normally like $22 for this, and it was like $12 at Michael's, so I'm like, well, I gotta get it right. I'd recommend just getting the gloss gel, okay, if you're gonna buy it. So I started using some of that, like thinking, you know, it would thicken my paint, and it definitely worked. I really, really like that in with my mix, and then I can add more GAC 800. You know, like sometimes I can only add like a squirt or two depending on the paint itself, you know, because every paint is kind of different. But I really, really like it. And it did thicken them up, but not like an extreme amount. Now I would really recommend getting just the regular gloss gel. This super heavy kind really takes some patience, and you have to kind of let it sit overnight or maybe even a couple days and use quite a bit of arm muscle. So definitely get just the regular kind, okay? The pouring medium, you guys, I don't really know. I would just have to guess and say it was like about the same of 75% Floetrol to 25% GAC 800. And I just took some of this in like this size cup, right? And then I mixed it with a little bit of Floetrol just so it wasn't so thick, and it seemed to like combine better when I did that. Okay. I didn't really put a ton. I just put enough in to where it reached the consistency I was looking for, okay? I can't really tell you exactly how much that was. It's kind of like a guess and check kind of thing. You go and put a little in, see how it is, and if it's right, then I didn't put any more, you know? So I can't really say. But let me show you, like, these paints are so creamy, and when they dry, they're pretty glossy too. You would think I had varnish on this little coaster I did as a practice, but I don't. I don't know if you can see how like creamy they are, but yeah, makes them so creamy and glossy. And I didn't have to add a ton of paint to get it to the consistency I was looking for. And then I also used a little bit of my messy bottle of water and GAC 800 mixture. This is pretty much all water except for a tiny bit of GAC 800. And I just use this if I need to thin it out further. Okay. So our colors we're using today. This is literally like my favorite color palette. So if you see me use this a lot, you know why. So the colors we're using today is Liquitex Mars Black. I am sorry for the messy bottle. Okay. And then the next one is the Liquitex Phthalo Green. And then Liquitex Basics Phthalo Blue. Liquitex Basics in lime green. In case you couldn't tell, I like Liquitex a lot. I really do. I also like Amsterdam and Golden too, but I just don't have as much of those ones. So yeah, I'm also using Liquitex Basics in titanium white. I don't have the bottle, but it basically looks like all the other ones I just showed you, except for it says titanium white. Okay. Decor Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. To which I added some white because I didn't want it so in your face kind of gold. I wanted it like toned down a little bit. Okay. And this is one of my absolute favorite colors. This is the golden heavy body and light permanent green. This is like just my favorite shade of green. I love it so much. The consistency we're working with today. It's about the same, leaves a mound, then it disappears. So first thing, we're gonna put our tumbler on here. Now you guys, you'll have to make sure it's straight and level. Otherwise, you will have your paint like rolling off of it. So I was testing it out and you can see it better when you turn it on. Like if it's level or straight, because if it's not, you'll see it like going the wrong direction, which see how it was just going down? So I'm gonna fix it. Now what you want to do is you want to clean this off fully with rubbing alcohol to clean it, okay? And it has to be the, what is it, 97% or something? Not the 91%, but the stronger kind, okay? So I'm gonna layer a cup and then I'm gonna just pour it over it, okay? And we're gonna see how that goes. Just gonna use this cup. I got this from like one of those acrylic pouring like 3D printing tool companies. I'll link it in the description. It's a store off Etsy. I really can't remember what it's called offhand, but I like it, you know. I got it for free actually, so you know, that's good too, right? Right, so I'm gonna start with some white. I'm gonna do some gold, not too much. You guys do not want to overdo it with this gold. It'll take over on you. Like that's more than enough. And then we're gonna go into our greens. This is the Phthalo Green. I want it to be more green prominent, so I'm going to be more liberal with the greens, okay? And then we're going to do the lighter green. White, because I don't know how that's going to look next to blue. Yeah. All right. We're going to do some blue. Some black. And then we're going to repeat that until our cup is pretty close to being full, okay? Alright, that should be more than enough paint. Okay, hope for the best here. Should we start at the top? Maybe the bottom. I think this will be okay because I see some area is a problem, like right here, it might be on level or something, I don't know. I hope not, but you know. Now the paint's gonna continue to move for a while, so we have to keep that in mind. You see these big like lumps almost, that's just, you know, paint being there. Alright, we're gonna keep rotating. See if I see anything I want to fix. I don't know. Alright, yeah, so basically what we have to do is we have to let this continue running until the paint is fully dry. Okay. I'll take you guys down and show you. I'm not 100% how it's gonna go. I don't know. I've never made one like just with this before. I mean, it looks cool, but then there's some parts that are running still, and I don't know if I like that. So let me see, like right here, you see these? Yeah, I just don't like the lines of those. I think for the next one I want to do like a clean pour. Not that I don't like it, but like the colors mix more, which I think that's what it does, you know, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. I mean, it's cool. It's just, yeah, I don't know. All right, well, we're gonna torch it. Let's see. I think I like the clean pour better for this because it's like not mixing quite as much, and in some cases you might not want that, like in this case, especially when I'm a perfectionist. So yeah, so you kind of, yeah, you have to play around with stuff and see what you like and what you don't like, and you know, there might be like things you just really don't like, and that's okay. Like everybody has their own preference, okay? Yeah, I think I like it better like this. And kind of add color where you want it to. You have a little more control. Definitely, okay, I like the clean pour better for this. That's just me, but yeah. I'm so glad I put press and seal on here. I'm so glad. And the thing is, if you mess up and put too much color somewhere, you can always go back and put more color. Like, see right there, I kind of messed up a little bit. So, what I can do, hey you guys, so here it is. It's still drying, like you can see. It's rotating. I think I like it. I liked it better once I like did like a clean pour kind of thing where I was just like putting the colors on where I wanted them to be. I think it's just because some of the colors mixed and made like this grayish color that I wasn't crazy about. But I mean, this was my first attempt, so you know, you guys have to remember that. Like, if you have like a picture in your mind of something and it's your first time doing it, like honestly, give yourself a break, because it's gonna take time to be able to master making these like mixed media girl does. I mean, you're not gonna be able to make it perfect the first time. So just remember that when you're making something for the first time. But overall, I say not too bad. I mean, it's really cool. I'm gonna like do a close-up and show you guys. I like it though. It's like a green, organic-y looking tumbler, you know. I mean, you can't find ones like these in the store, that's for sure. So I'm gonna let this rotate until it's done drying, and then I will show you guys how it dried and everything, and we're gonna hope for the best. I'm a little worried that it's not like 100% level, but we'll see, right? You never know if you don't try. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. You can put them in the comments, or you can always email me or message me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on TikTok too, wherever. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time on Nadine Michelle Art. Now go create something beautiful today. Bye.